Hi everyone, my name's Felix. I work at Pembroke College at the University of Oxford. I'm here today to talk to you about a really exciting opportunity for Year 12 students who attend state schools in London, the Northwest or the Northeast of England, under the banner of a project called OxNet. So what I'm going to do today in this very short video is explain to you what OxNet is, how it's going to run in 2021 in light of the COVID-19 restrictions, and also how you can apply and get involved in the project. So first thing I'm going to do is share my screen so I can talk you through a PowerPoint that I've produced for you. So give me 1 second and I will make it happen. Okay, so here we are. He says, sorry, 1 second. Okay, so as I said, the project is called OxNet, and I'm here today to talk to you about how it's going to work. So, first question is, what is OxNet? So, OxNet is an unapologetically academic, widening participation programme which aims to engage people who come from non-traditional Oxbridge backgrounds and to build bridges for them to competitive universities in the UK. That's not just Oxford or Cambridge, that might be universities that are in the Russell Group, or that are otherwise difficult to get into. So those that are in London, say UCL, King's College London, and also those in the Northwest, such as Manchester, Lancaster in the Northeast, Durham, Newcastle, and all over the country. So you get the idea. What we aim to do is to build bridges to those places through an intensive academic programme. So we run year-long academic courses for Year 12 pupils who go to a state school or college in London, the Northwest, and the Northeast of England. These courses are free of charge. Pembroke College at the University of Oxford absorbs the cost of those courses to make sure that it is free at the point of delivery. We run these courses in collaboration with a number of different universities, schools, colleges and organisations, and just to give you an idea of what some of those organisations are, I've put the slide together that just sort of shows you who we work with. So you can see on there Lancaster, the University of Manchester, Durham University, but also schools and sixth form colleges such as Ashton, Xaverian College, and indeed Westminster Academy in West London. So a bit more information about OxNet. As part of the course, we treat our students as first-year undergraduates. This is a demanding academic course, which is a serious commitment, and as a result, we set high expectations and we give you difficult and challenging academic content. We teach you things that aren't on the school curriculum, and we recruit academics and postgraduate students from some of the best universities in the UK and indeed across the world to teach you. This is academic content run by academics at Oxford, King's College London, Durham, Lancaster, and some of the other universities and institutions that I showed you on the last slide. We run 5 academic strands, and in 2021, for the first and only time, these 5 strands are open to pupils in all of the regions that we work in. What would usually happen is certain courses would only be open to certain regions, but because we are delivering all of our content online in 2021, it means that all courses are open to all pupils for the first, and as I say, for the foreseeable future, the only time. What those 5 subject strands are, excuse me, are Humanities and Social Sciences, Philosophy and World Religions, Modern Languages, STEM, and finally, the Ordered Universe. And what I'm going to do now is talk you through what we do as part of each of those intensive courses. So, Humanities and Social Sciences, the theme of the course is Thinkers and Cultures. This is an interdisciplinary course that looks at history, economics, philosophy, politics, as well as literature, and a variety of other subjects as we go through the year. Previously, we've taught things like geopolitics, we've taught aspects of sociology, as well as other very broad conceptual ideas such as literary, critical theory, or some modern history as well. As I've said, the course is interdisciplinary. So, modern languages. The theme of the course is what does it mean to be European? Again, this is a very interdisciplinary course. It looks at questions of identity, politics, history, gender, literature, colonialism. And the way the course is divided is the first half of the course is very history and politics focused, and the second half of the course is more literature focused. The idea of this course is to give you an idea of what it's like to do modern languages at university. So what we do is teach you things like history and culture and literature through the language that you would be studying if you went to university to study the language that you are doing at A-level or want to do at university. It's open to students of French, German and Spanish A-level, but we also cover other languages as part of the course to give you an idea what it's like to start a new language from scratch. So historically, we've looked at Japanese, Chinese, Italian, Portuguese, and all sorts of other things as well. Philosophy and World Religions. This course is run very closely with the University of Manchester, and the theme of the course next year is how to change the world with words. It's aiming to cover questions of religious conversion, conspiracy theories, political rhetoric, and philosophical ideas. Just as a few examples, the course is very broad and you'll go through other things as well as that too. I should point out as well that the Philosophy and World Religions course is supported by the very generous donation of the Goldsmiths Company, as well as the support of the University of Manchester. And we are very, very grateful for that contribution. STEM course, the theme is natural and artificial autonomy. Again, a very interdisciplinary course. Looks at questions of artificial intelligence, legal implications around artificial autonomy, programming, mathematical modelling, and indeed biological autonomy. Finally, the Ordered Universe. This is a project which is based around an international research project dedicated to the scientific works of the thinker Robert Grosseteste. The Ordered Universe is a blend of both science and humanities, so it's really good for people who want to look at a blend of different types of disciplines in one academic course. As I say, it's open to students of both science and the humanities and is run very closely with the University of Durham. If you would like more information on the Ordered Universe project, please have a look at the website that I've put there, which is ordereduniverse.com. Okay, so what happens in OxNet? There are 6 stages. First of all, application via the website. Secondly, an academic study day. Thirdly, seminars and reading groups. Fourthly, an Easter essay competition. Fifthly, academic skills webinars. And lastly, Access Week. What I'm going to do now is talk you through each of those stages in a bit more detail, and then I'll conclude with a few helpful tips on getting onto the course. So, applications. What happens? You fill in an application form on the website, oxnet.org. We look at a few things when we're assessing your application form. We look at your GCSEs, whether you live in a postcode where lots of people go to university, whether you've ever received free school meals, whether your parents have been to university, whether you're a young carer or whether you've ever been in care yourself, and what the school you did your GCSEs at was like. These are some things that we look at. If you are looking at that and thinking none of that applies to you, that doesn't necessarily matter. We take students from all sorts of different backgrounds, and we really do take everything into account when we look at an application. So if you're not sure about whether or not you might get on, what I would say is definitely apply. If you don't apply, you won't get on. If you do apply, you may well get on. As part of your application, we also ask you to write an admissions essay, depending on which strand you are applying for of the 5 that I mentioned previously. Some example questions that we've set in the past are, do maps lie? What's the video clips provided to you tell you about power? How do you know you're not dreaming? And what are the biggest challenges in building an autonomous system for a particular application? Describe these challenges along the lines of problems in sensing, decision-making, and action. What we're looking for in your application is that you can think originally. There isn't necessarily a right or a wrong answer in the questions that we set. We very deliberately make them open-ended and open to interpretation. And what they're designed to do is let you take them in a direction that interests you. We want to see that you're academically curious, that you can think originally, and that you are interested in knowing more. The one tip I would give in that application essay is to structure your work in as organised a way as possible. Please use paragraphs correctly. Please use an introduction where you lay out your argument, what you're going to say as part of your essay, and please conclude and do not introduce new information in your conclusion. It should sum up what you've said in the main body of your essay. Okay, if you get through the application process, the next stage is the academic study day. This is a virtual study day that's run by and at, I suppose, Pembroke College at the University of Oxford. You'll meet other pupils who are on your academic course from across the country, and we will introduce you to key members of staff who work on OxNet. You'll take part in seminars and lectures in your subject area as an example of university studies, so you get an idea of the sorts of things that you'll be doing over the year-long course. Following the study day will be a 6-week seminar series per strand. We set you a series of academic material to read every week for 6 weeks. Our expectation is that that reading is done and that you're in a position to discuss the reading at every seminar that we deliver. Every week you will take part in an online seminar, and that will be run by an academic from Oxford, Lancaster, Manchester or Durham, depending on which strand of the course you're on. We expect you to take part in the discussion and to develop your ideas around controversial and demanding questions. This is a forum for you to ask questions, open your mind, and find out more about each of the 6 seminars that we run for you on each of the strands. After the seminars is an essay competition. We set you a choice of 6 questions to answer. You write an essay of roughly 2,000 words. We mark your essays, we give you feedback, and then after that we'll select 3 winners per academic strand, and you'll receive prizes and the publication of your essay on our website. After the essay competition are the academic skills webinars. What we do is we look at all of your essays and we pick out common errors that have been made. We run 3 webinars focusing on teaching how to write at a standard that would be expected at a good university. After this, we set you another short project, which we mark and provide you with feedback again. Finally is Access Week. This is a week-long online event that takes place in the first week of August. You receive a tutorial in a group of 4 or 5 students, just like at the University of Oxford, and you work on a project during the week and get another tutorial at the end of Access Week. We also put on lectures, seminars, guest speakers, and admissions information for you as part of that week. This is designed to be a week in the life of an Oxford undergraduate, so you get an idea of what it's like to kind of be a student at somewhere like Oxford. Here are some testimonials of some of the alumni of OxNet. I'll just go quiet for a second and let you read that. Okay, another one. And finally. Okay, so what's next? Applications open on the 28th of September and close on the 9th of November. Please do not leave it until the last minute. The questions that we set are deliberately challenging and open-ended, and it is unlikely that you will be able to produce a quality essay if you leave it until the last day or so. If you have any questions in the meanwhile, the first point of reference should be our website, which is oxnet.org. And if you can't find your answer there, please feel free to send me an email on felix.slade@pmb.ox.ac.uk or submit them on the website chat function. Thank you very much for your time. I'm very much looking forward to receiving applications from you. And hopefully I will see you all soon. Thanks very much then. Bye-bye.